I have never done a single surgery. I've never taken a Botox injection. I have never, ever done any of that. And I will not do that because I refuse to feel bad about growing old. I did feel depressed. I went through depression when I first came to Bombay though. That was not because of my body problems. That was because I didn't have work.
मैं आपके लिए सबको छोड़ दूंगा।
ए, पागल है क्या? शादीशुदा हूँ मैं। I always wanted to be an actor. My mother wanted to be an actor. She couldn't be an actor because of whatever circumstances. पर of course मेरे dad को लगता था कि मैं कुछ मतलब डॉक्टर बनूँ या mathematics pursue करूँ या economics, which I was studying. But I always only wanted to be an actor. So that was very clear right from the beginning. Me and my father clashed, but I held my own. My mom always supported me. My dad didn't, this is not an abandonment issue. This is just my dad saying that I don't think this is the right thing to do. But now I think he thinks a bit differently, maybe. I don't know. I wasn't comfortable with who I was, obviously. It was a journey. And I used to hate my body, like most of the people do. I thought my breasts were too small. I thought my thighs were too big. I thought I was too short. I thought it was my nose was too stubby. Then what else did I think? I also have forgotten now. But I used to think all of that. And obviously when I came to the industry, I was told I have all of that. Not once, but repeatedly so. And I was told that I should do surgeries to fix that. And I have never done a single surgery. I've never taken a Botox injection. I have never, ever done any of that. And I will not do that because I refuse to feel bad about growing old. I don't want to live my life feeling bad about growing old. I want to accept it. I want to enjoy it. And I want to see the wrinkles. I want to see my body change. So I'm never going to do any of that. And it took me a while to look at my body as well. I would not even look at my body properly, because I thought that, I was so ugly. And actually, when I did Parched, that was my first nude scene. And I cannot tell you, that film just liberated me. Because Leena was so wonderful, Leena Yadav, the director of the film. So were my co-actors, Surveen and Tanishta, and the whole team, really. And they just supported us and helped us, and we discussed about bodies and about our bodies and about how we feel, like a lot till we felt comfortable. And I remember finally we all had to strip and jump in this lake, and then that was the shot. But Leena, we jumped, and then she just said on the mic, "Now swim across." And I remember we cursed her so much. We were swimming and we were like, Leena, you know what I mean? Like, this is like the middle of the night in Rajasthan. We're swimming across a lake. And then we were swimming, and there were these horrible things started touching our feet, and we were like, oh my God, this is really, really like my worst nightmare. And so we reached the other side of the pool, and lake. And I remember there's a ditch. And I got up and I realized there's a ditch. So I got out of the water and I was standing there and telling the other two girls that don't go this side and come from this side. And the cinematographer who was on the other side had to run with a towel to just say that you're standing here completely naked and the shot has been cut. Cover yourself. And I remember for the first time, I did not feel ashamed. I did not care that I was naked. And I cannot tell you how liberating it was. I started accepting my body since then, and I love every part of it. I like the fact that I'm a certain length. It has a lot of advantages. I can sleep on a plane the way nobody else can sleep. I love the fact that my thighs are a certain shape, or my breasts are a certain shape, or whatever, my feet are a certain shape, or my nails are stubby and my nose is whatever it is. So it took me a while, and and seeing myself on camera, and to be honest with you, even now, like so many actresses are In Europe especially, I feel that themselves, they don't do much to themselves, they don't do much to their faces and their bodies. I find it very inspiring, as opposed to most of the people in America who do a lot of surgeries, and our country where we do a lot of surgeries and a lot of things to tint their bodies. But I do find when people don't do it, and I really look up to them, and I find it very inspiring actually. I didn't feel depressed ever because somebody said something about my body. I used to think that they're complete idiots, and I never was bothered. I did feel depressed. I went through depression when I first came to Bombay though. That was not because of my body problems. That was because I didn't have work, and I just didn't know how to get work, how to begin, where to begin, obviously, because casting directors now, there are so many amazing casting directors in this city, but at that time there weren't so many, and there wasn't such a system, in place. So that's why I felt depressed. Recently, I did feel depressed as well. Before COVID, I was a bit depressed because I just realized that a lot of work that I wanted to do was going away to people who had done a lot of jobs and they looked a certain way. So the image of sexy was just that, or younger people were taking things. So that's when I actually felt depressed. When I entered, still at that time, even at that time, most of the work was happening around men, in the sense that men were always in the central parts. Everything revolved around men. Men got better places, on screen, off screen, better pay, better treatment. Everything we had to work around their schedules. We still do, many times. But things have changed so much. Things really have changed, and most of the people I work with are really lovely people. They treat me really well. I just probably don't work with people who are complete assholes. But, I don't want to work with them. I have no desire to work with them. That's why it's so important what we choose to do. And I really feel it's so important. So many film offers I have said no to. You have no idea. So many film offers, because the third perspective, the final perspective of the writer, director, the maker, I do not agree with. And I feel like so many ad campaigns I've said no to. Recently, I said no to a big ad campaign because there's so much money. Trust me, my heart hurt. But I said no because, women's sexuality is something that I really strongly believe in. And I think strongly needs support. The right messaging needs to be given out, because we all have been deprived of being able to express, ask for what we want, and just be aware. So sometimes I have done quite big films, like I did Padman, which I really like. Or Andhadhun is wasn't seen as that one, but became that kind of a film. Now I'm doing Vikram Vedha, so but I do believe in these films. So it's not that I run away from it, but I don't chase them at all. And most of the ones that I just don't I don't agree with, that I will not do, no matter how popular they are, because I'll be utterly bored, angry on set. I think I know what my friends think. They imitate me. When they imitate me, apparently I'm very anxious, extremely anxious. So there's anxiety always, and it's true. I have a massive anxiety problem. Then I'm a workaholic, so I'm always there's a taunt or two about that. My friends keep telling me I'm very funny, but I don't think I'm actually funny as in I make jokes. I think they laugh at me, and I don't know why. Craziest audition was one of the first auditions I did for Anurag's Dev D, where I had to have phone sex. I had just come to Bombay, I had to have phone sex. I was so nervous. it's really funny because my long distance, we've been together for 11 years now. I remember I used to cry all the time. I used to like miss him all the time and it was quite miserable. Then I learned to cope with it. And long distance worked brilliantly well. Because I was like, yeah, that's how it is. We learned, we got used to it and we made it work and thought it was great. But then COVID happened and we finally spent 2 years together and now back to like, I don't want to like be without him for a day. So it's really hard again, you know, long distance. And now I've realized that it has been very hard. Long distance has been very hard. I was lonely, you know, many times. Although we are so, like, we are in touch with each other. We don't make it, like, we know what the other person's doing. We make so much effort to be where the other person is. So we are very good that way, very compatible, touch wood. I think beauty is in authenticity. If the more authentic you are, the more real you are, the more beautiful. I can't find I'm not able to watch a lot of Hollywood actresses anymore because they just don't look the same. Like, I cannot watch them on screen. Was Aamir Khan first, then it became Akshaye Khanna for a while, and then Shah Rukh Khan. And I'm still a Shah Rukh fan. Shah Rukh. I'm always a Shah Rukh fan. I'm not a very party person at all, actually. I used to be out every night, and now I'm actually not. I prefer to go to bed at 10:30, like I'm in bed. But I do like to party once in a fortnight and drink a little bit. These days, my hangovers last for 2 days. So I was like, age is catching up. I was like, this is not regular. I was like, what is happening? I literally cannot function the next day. So I'm now trying to, you know, drink 1 glass, water. Hi, I'm Radhika Apte. If you like this video, please like, share and subscribe to HauteSteppers.